Man, I love being a turtle, baby. Welcome back. We're going to talk about TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. We're live in mommy's basement. I'm actually in my 30s t-shirt. Pretty hyped up for that. So yeah, Shredder's Revenge, the trending game of the day. Long awaited. This is probably one of my most anticipated games out there because it harkens back for us nostalgia heads. Us people that grew up going to Showbiz Pizza and just hearing the Ninja Turtles theme song play from the TMNT arcade game. Man, would I love to go back for just one day to that time. With the knowledge that I know now, I'd be the best kid at Showbiz Pizza. You remember Showbiz? Anyways, if you played any of the old school beat 'em up Konami games, whether they're Turtles or not, you'll jump right into Shredder's Revenge like a duck in water. It would be like picking up a bicycle. It would be like flies on white rice. Am I running out of metaphors or am I saying them incorrectly? It doesn't matter. Either way, this game is like the 90s all over again. And I think that's why a lot of people were excited about it. Everybody's been clamoring for a proper Ninja Turtles beat 'em up game for years. Now we had the console ones, the arcade game on NES. Kind of underwhelming. Manhattan Project actually did it justice. Turtles in Time, highly regarded as the best console version of a Turtles beat 'em up out there. And yeah, probably the best. Now, I haven't really focused on any of the PlayStation era or beyond Turtles games that have come out. So when I saw this one, I was like, all right, I knew I had to have it. And I was excited that it was coming out on Game Pass day one. It's going to be coming in August physically. It's on Switch, PlayStation, Xbox. Been playing it on the Xbox. And I have to tell you guys, it's good. This is fantastic. Like, if you're a Turtles fan, you're going to love it. There's not much to complain about in regards to this game. Again, the gameplay mechanics. You have a basic attack. If you hold the attack button down, you do like a stronger attack. You have Turtle Power, which allows you to do a super move that clears a whole bunch of enemies around you. You're able to do a taunt to refill this, or you could just, gather your hits on all the enemies on screen. The classic enemies are here, the foot soldiers, but you'll also see a lot of other creatures like Mousers, the Triceratops troops. You'll see different types of references to the TV show hidden throughout the levels. Lots of cameos. I don't want to spoil too much, but there were so many cameos, even some where I was like, wow, I completely forgot about that character. Lots of fan service if you're a Ninja Turtles fan. And what's beautiful about this is that it is done in a style that just really makes it feel like this was made for us man-children. I'm serious. Like, if you're a man-child like myself, you're going to enjoy it. And you can't have a beat 'em up without the best thing about Turtles games. The music. This soundtrack is amazing. You'll be hyped up. Shout out to Megaran. He did a song with the composer. His name is like I'm not even sure who the OST composer is. They did Streets of Rage 4. His first name is like T. Starts with like a D, the last name. I'm not sure. Somebody correct me in the comments down below. They did a song for this game. So shout out to Megaran. Big fan of him. Amazing. Soundtrack on point, and it fits that Ninja Turtles 1990s vibe. So yeah, I'm sure some of you guys are wanting to know, how does it play? Again, like the beat 'em ups, it's really solid. It's really difficult to screw up a beat 'em up, and this one was on point with its gameplay mechanics. There wasn't anything in the way of like anything really brand new as far as how the Turtles games play. Eventually, your character, whichever hero you choose from, which there's 6 characters to choose from, Casey Jones is unlocked by completing the story. You got the Turtles, April O'Neil, and Splinter. So you originally have 6 to choose from. You can get a 7th with Casey Jones. They each have their different, I guess, stats variabilities like range and speed and attack, power, and stuff like that. But each character is able to be leveled up. I think there's 10 levels per character. Each level gives you a new perk, whether it's more HP, more HP, or the ability to fill up the turtle meter another time, or an extra 1-up. So as you progress through the game, you earn points killing enemies or accomplishing special requests. You'll find different characters like Irma and Vernon, and different characters from Channel 6, and the frog punks and stuff like that. You'll do special requests that they ask you to find different things for them. and these will give you points towards, making your turtle like that, and you'll unlock new moves as well, like the ability to do like a super move from, mid-air and stuff like that. So there's a good amount of replay value if you're a completionist, if you want to go back and find all the collectibles or the hidden items or all the cameos and unlock all the moves and power up your turtles all the way. But, playing this game solo just does not do it justice. I played a good chunk of the game solo, but the real bread and butter of this game is the emphasis on the 6-player simultaneous online or multiplayer. So you can jump in to any public room at any time. You can create a room. You can create public or private room. You can invite your friends, and you can hop in and out of a game, which is pretty cool. It's pretty seamless. It's easy. I jumped into a couple of games, and it was so much more enjoyable playing with like 5 people at once, because this game throws lots of enemies at you. It does have its challenging moments. The boss fights can be a little cheap at times when you're in the middle of a combo. One of them might interrupt your combo. Like, let's say you're doing the 4-hit combo. Boom, one of them might hit you and, kind of screw you up, and you're trading blows. And it feels a little cheap at times, but I can forgive it to an extent because it's supposed to be like a old school beat 'em up, and beat 'em ups were notorious for that. Now, the boss characters are all fantastic here. The originals, even Turtles in Time in the original arcade game, kind of fell flat because you started to get repeated bosses and stuff. But this time around, there's bosses that I even forgot about. There's so many villains in the Turtles series that it's refreshing to see some of these being used in games for the first time. And there's still so much more out there. So Emu, who made this game, basically hit the nail on the head with making sure that all this old school Turtles fans got, lots of like flashes of nostalgia before us, whether it's how the game actually plays, how the graphics look. It has that neo-retro pixel sprite, classic 90s beat 'em up look. The music has that 90s feel. The enemies and the villains that you see on screen, like, this is a perfect complement to the arcade games of yesteryear. So definitely, probably, I would venture to say, in my humble opinion, and this might trigger a lot of people, I like this a lot more than Turtles in Time because of the variety. The levels have a lot of Easter eggs. The levels have a lot of development, and they don't seem too thrown out either, like drawn out. Like sometimes in the older games, I just feel like the stages just take so long and stuff like that. But the multiplayer is where it's at, being able to hop in and out. Now, I will say, I did experience a couple things that I guess would be my only complaints with this game, because other than that, the game is fucking fantastic. But the main complaint I have is with online multiplayer. If you're playing, let's say, with like 4 people, and one of the players goes away from the computer or the controller or whatever, just kind of like is not paying attention, or just kind of like walks away to go to the bathroom. In beat 'em up games, when it's time to progress in the stage, you'll get that like go, 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 like, with the thumb pointing you to go to the right side of the screen. There was a couple of times where, for whatever reason, somebody that I'd be playing with was just not there anymore. Like, they were just standing there, not playing the game, and we can't progress the level. Now, I don't know if I missed it. There's no way to kick a player for inactivity. Like, let's say this guy, he made us wait for like a solid 5 minutes before we just gave up and left the party. If there was a way for us to kick that guy out, we would have been able to continue the stage and play without him. That's one negative side effect I see with this that I hope they fix somehow. Maybe an option to kick a player, or for inactivity to kick it on its own. Another thing that I had is we played against Metalhead as a whole bunch of, players on online multiplayer. We're beating the crap out of him, and then all of a sudden he just glitches off the screen, and he wasn't there. We were standing there for a few minutes seeing if maybe he would glitch back and come back on screen, and for whatever reason, he never came. I don't know if anybody else has encountered that. That was probably the only game-breaking glitch I encountered in this game. Other than that, the game ran freaking beautiful. If I was to give this a grade from 1 to 10 on the 8BE GGS, the 8-bit Eric game grading scale, I'd give this an 8.5 out of 10. It can't be picture perfect because there was still some of those flaws, and there's nothing perfect out there. There's near perfect. This is probably the best love letter to the Ninja Turtle series I've seen ever, and I absolutely loved it. Again, there's built-in challenges, there's collectibles, there's everything for the completionist that wants to go out there and just 100% this. Some of the actual achievements and trophies that you have on Xbox and PlayStation are really difficult. Like, there's a beat the game with 1 credit. Like, I don't even see how that's possible, because I was dying so much on some of these levels because the amount of enemies that just get thrown at you. The variety of characters that this game has, again, just I was grinning from ear to ear. Some of the references that this game throws at you from the other games, like instead of Big Apple 3 a.m., it's Big Apple 3 p.m., just had me cheesing it. I'm going to double dip this for sure. I'm just not decided if I'm going to get it on Xbox or PlayStation or Switch for the physical. I'll probably get it on the Switch and just, you know, double dip it on the Xbox for Game Pass. You know, if you haven't played it yet, if you have Xbox or if you have access to Game Pass, get it. This also has cross-play, which is awesome. So you can play with your friends that have it on other consoles and enjoy each other the way that gaming online should be. So bravo to .emu, who's been on fire. You know, they had Streets of Rage 4. They have this game. They have other ones. Like, if there's ever a developer to never doubt, it's them. And thank God they had the rights to make this game, because they nailed it. So I had a lot of fun with it. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.